What's up, everyone? This is Josh Rubin from East West Sailing. Today I want to talk about a wonderful, delicious, beautiful food called eggs. But before we jump in, as always, please like this video, show us a little support. Hit that notification button and subscription button so every single Wednesday when we put out a video, you will get notified. Also, when we put out our shorts, you will get notified as well. Let's jump in. Now, eggs have been demonized, right? They're high in cholesterol. You're going to get high cholesterol from eating eggs. You know, I've been eating tons of eggs since I was a bodybuilder, towards the end of college and out of college. I used to buy stacks of them from Costco. This is way back in the day. I'm 47. This was when I was like 20, 22, 23, 20, and like in my early 20s, mid 20s. I was eating 6 to 8 at a time. Now I eat maybe 4 a day, all yolks and whites. I don't separate them. I would have high cholesterol. I don't. Remember, we have many videos in this, that 90% of the cholesterol in your body is produced in your body. High cholesterol is, number one, a response to stress. It's also, which is a response to an alteration in thyroid hormones, which help you convert cholesterol into steroidal hormones, which is also a response to a dysregulation between copper and cholesterol, because copper plays a huge role in regulating inflammation. Cholesterol does too. So typically when cholesterol's high, copper's low, we know this. They have an inverse relationship based on the work of Leslie Clave. But that's not why we're here today. And I'm not here to convince you to overindulge in egg, because the type of egg we're eating is the most important, right? If you're buying a conventional egg that who knows what this chicken is eating, yes, you are at risk for getting high cholesterol or other issues. Why? Because you're eating a food that doesn't allow the body to do what it needs, which creates inflammation, which causes possibly many things in high cholesterol. But it's the quality of the egg, where we always recommend free range. Of course, they're definitely more expensive, but this is where the money is at, because eggs have calcium, potassium, iron, selenium, copper, zinc. They're just loaded with different minerals, even more minerals than I'm listing. Fat-soluble vitamins, vitamin A, D, E, K. And this is important when you talk about thyroid health, adrenal health. This is important when you talk about iron recycling. This is important when you talk about the hormonal system and the immune system. So this is a superfood in our opinion, right? On the one end of it, I think the most important piece of eggs is you're going to get retinol and you're going to get some vitamin D, right? That is an important piece of what you're going to get. And that retinol is key because it helps you load copper, which helps you produce energy, which helps you clear histamine and activate the DU enzyme, which helps you activate thyroid receptors, which helps you recycle iron, which helps you produce energy. I think I said some of these over and over, but you get my point. There's a really important piece of these. Now, I'm not saying just eat eggs and you're going to heal, but it is a food that should be in your repertoire. Do I eat them every day? I do. I enjoy them. I do them different ways, because sometimes you get sick of, eating them, let's say scrambled, and then I go to like sunny side up, and then I go to poached, and I mix and match a little bit. And sometimes I don't have them for breakfast. Sometimes I have them for lunch. They're nice and light. It's a great food. And the beautiful things about this food is they can be a meal and they can be a snack, right? A light snack. Think about this though. It's a very light food. So if we're having eggs and fruit, that is a very light meal. That's not a meal that's going to push most people, right? 3 hours or 4 hours even. That's a light meal that most people probably will be healthy within 2 hours. I'm hungry within 2 hours. So sometimes, depending on who you are, that might work for you. And if it doesn't, you might have to pair something a little more dense with it. So I tell clients, maybe you do ground beef with eggs and fruit. That beef just creates more density to that meal or snack. Sometimes you have to do eggs with fruit and a little bit of root to create more density. Those are two examples. There's so many different examples, right? But it's all about creating that awareness based on what you're doing to say, does this work for me? Does this create sustainability? Does this create stability? And if it doesn't, how do I tailor it so it does meet my needs? Because eggs and fruit or eggs and potatoes is not always going to work for everyone, especially based on the time of day, or if you're doing it post-activity and so forth, right? So what do we know? Eggs don't cause high cholesterol, especially from a clean source. They're loaded in fat-soluble vitamins. They're loaded in minerals. They provide us with about 7 grams of protein, 4 grams of fat, and 1 gram of carb, right? So they're higher in protein. It's a protein nutrient dense food. And we have to focus on how we pair it to meet our needs. So hopefully this made sense to you. Hopefully it brought a little bit of light to what's in it and maybe how we need to tailor it to meet my needs a little bit more. As always, if you have questions, put them in the comments. Thanks for tuning in. I'm out.